AI Searched, the podcast that talks about AI and machine learning in every industry. We're so excited to have Sandrino here today. Welcome. He is a VFX artist working in large films and working with AI. Hi, Sandrino. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Tanya. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about your background, how you got into VFX, and what did you see the industry going from CGI to AI and how that's changing now?
So I've been doing visual effects for the past 7 years, but I've been interested in it since I was 7 or 8. So from the pretty early on, I studied film editing on Academy of Dramatic Art in Zagreb, but that was just a jumping point for me to go into visual effects and go into the industry. So for the first several years, I've been doing visual effects for Croatian market. And then I moved to Germany, and now I'm working for big visual effects studios for big international films.
Incredible. Are there some films that you're allowed to talk about that you worked on?
I mean, technically, I'm not allowed to talk about films I'm working on, but I can say that I worked on Star Wars, the Andor series. I worked on Meg 2 the Trench, Black Adam. Oh God, there's a lot of them. Yeah.
What was your favorite project out of all of them?
Star Wars Andor, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Yeah.
Awesome. Incredible. And how do you see AI jumping into that industry? Is it going to help you? Is it something that you're kind of challenged with?
Yeah, it's definitely a tool. So I know in general that big visual effects houses aren't allowed to use generative AI.
Okay.
So nothing like Midjourney or Luma AI, because they cannot control sampled images and they don't know if they are protected already. And that can cause a huge legal trouble for the company. But companies are using machine learning, which is great as a tool. Basically now when you're doing paint outs, you don't have to do thousands of frames. You can do basic keyframes and then teach your machine to basically integrate the same model on the rest of the shots.
Okay, very
or you can basically do a rotoscoping, which is not 100% accurate yet, but you can cut out characters or objects from the moving shot, which is great. Lately there's a great basically AI model for match moving. Okay. It can, if you have a moving human character in a moving shot, you can automatically track his movement, do a match move of the entire shot and stop the camera. You can motion track your character and replace it with CG character, and you can automatically remove the original actor from the background.
Oh, incredible. Is this like great. Beyond, you don't need a green screen for this, this is just on the finish.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. How do you feel, so you said you're 7 years working in the industry, right? How do you feel like from day one when you started to today, how has that technology progress? I've seen a lot in my work in graphic design, a lot of progress. So I'm just wondering in VFX, how are you seeing that in 7 years time?
For the big production studios, it hasn't changed all that much. We are using machine learning for example, paint outs or for rotoscoping. But more or less it's all the same. You have armies of people who do paint outs, rotoscoping, and basically it's more controlled environment, and the quality is still better than what the AI can give us. But for the freelancing stuff and for social media, it's incredible. Yeah. And especially for YouTube, for fan editing, for hobbyists, it's incredible. And even with generative AI, it can really help. The quality is not up to industry standards, but it can get you around 75% along the way.
Yeah, which is great for fan content. People don't have a lot of time or resources to go and film huge things. Maybe they can create something on their own. So it's a good starting point for concepting ideas as well.
I mean, you can see that, for example, deepfake technology is getting to movies more and more, which, I don't know, it has, of course, its negative sides, but also it's a great tool, and every now and then you have to just make the actor younger, or bring back the character that's deceased, but the family gave his permission for his likeness. So it's all exciting for me. And whenever people are afraid of AI and what it can do in the future, I always remembered all those stories from history that people were afraid of the electricity, people were afraid of cameras, they told that it can trap your soul or whatnot. People were afraid of steam engine and locomotives, so I didn't want to go that route.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about the AI and its usage in the future.
Yeah. If there was one tool, an AI tool that you could magically create, like what problem would you like to solve?
If we could restore all the footage to make it look pristine. We have AI tools that can do that to a certain point.
Yeah.
But if we can improve on that, that would be incredible.
There's actually a Croatian company that does this. We talked to them on the podcast, TensorPix. They're working on restoring old footage much faster. But yeah, I still think there's just a huge, long way to go with that kind of restoration process, even for images. Before it really took like an army of people to
and also like if I'm not too greedy, yes, a little bit better tool for rotoscoping.
Okay.
That can rotoscope hair from the background that's not fully green or blue.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I read an article. Okay, I kind of follow animation a little bit more than video, right? But about Rapunzel's hair in Tangled, and that they couldn't release the story of Rapunzel as a Disney Pixar animated film because it was so difficult to animate hair until that point. So it took that many years. And I could imagine, you know, blue screen hair, especially with someone who has really blonde, white hair, like it just bleeds through.
Yeah. And fun fact, for Frozen, a team of scientists from MIT developed a model for simulating the snow.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. So I think it's coming, but I think every single progress in technology, even with the deep fakes and stuff like this, I think even deep fakes are a sign of progress. Maybe it's not in the way that we would want to go. Yeah. But if the more realistic they are, actually means the more realistic videos we can create for better, for good things as well. Yeah,
and what people in mainstream don't understand is that even behind AI, there's always person who is prompting or person who is preparing the inputs. So AI didn't decide on itself, I want to create something and then it creates it. No, it's really just a tool and a really useful one. Yeah, very cool. What exciting projects are you looking for into the future, and how do you think your career path is going to go with this technology? You mean in general or what projects I'm looking forward to?
Yes.
I'm a huge Harry Potter fan.
Oh.
And so I'm really let down by the recent films and series, just not in Harry Potter, but in general.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to Harry Potter series.
Okay.
And it's going to last at least 10 years. And if there is one project that I would like to dedicate 10 years of my life to, it would be
that one?
Yeah, that one.
Incredible. Yeah, I think there's so many virtual effects that you can add in there and just bring things to life. Yeah, it's magical. Yeah, that would be a dream of mine too.
I like that you said magical.
Yeah, what a good goal. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. It was so great to hear about the industry. Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me.
You can watch AI Search on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Let us know in the comments what you think.